Ever had a friend who showers you with compliments to your face but secretly envies you? A friend who's always too busy when you need them but suddenly available when they need a favor. Fake friends are emotional parasites. They drain your energy, manipulate your kindness, and leave you questioning your own judgment. The scariest part? They often disguise themselves so well that by the time you realize the truth, the damage is already done. We've all been there, trusting someone who didn't deserve it, only to feel betrayed when their true colors finally show. Fake friends don't just waste your time, they can damage your self-esteem, sabotage your success, and even isolate you from genuine relationships. But what if you could spot them before they hurt you? This video will break down each red flag in extreme detail, exposing the subtle tricks fake friends use to manipulate you. You'll learn psychological tactics to identify them, real-life examples of their behavior, and step-by-step strategies to cut them off without drama. By the end, you'll never be fooled again. 1. They're only around when they need something. The fake friends mindset. These people view friendships as transactions. You're not a person to them, you're a resource. They'll vanish when life is good but come crawling back when they need money, connections, or emotional labor. How they manipulate you. Love bombing. They'll suddenly act overly friendly when they need something, making you feel special, so you're more likely to say yes. Guilt tripping. If you refuse, they might say things like, "I thought you were my real friend," to pressure you. Selective amnesia. They forget all the times you helped them when you ask for a favor in return. Real-life example. Sarah had a friend who only called when she needed help moving, borrowing money, or getting free career advice. When Sarah lost her job and asked for support, the friend was suddenly too busy. How to avoid them. Heavy checkmark. Track the balance. Does this friendship feel one-sided? Keep a mental note of who initiates plans and who does favors. Heavy checkmark. Test them. Next time they ask for help, say you're busy. If they disappear, you have your answer. Heavy checkmark. Set hard boundaries. I'm happy to help, but I need the same energy in return. If they react badly, cut them off. 2. They gossip about you and others. The fake friends mindset. Gossip is their currency. They bond with others by sharing secrets, which means if they gossip with you, they gossip about you. How they manipulate you. Triangulation. They'll tell you, everyone is saying, negative thing, about you, to make you paranoid and dependent on them. False concern. They'll spread rumors under the guise of, "I'm just worried about you." Divide and conquer. They pit friends against each other to stay in control. Real-life example. Mark noticed his best friend would always share private details about others, laughing at their struggles. When Mark confided in him about a personal issue, suddenly the whole group knew. How to avoid them. Heavy checkmark. Observe their behavior. Do they badmouth others often? Assume they do the same about you. Heavy checkmark. Give them fake info, share something minor and false. If it comes back to you, you've caught them. Heavy checkmark. Confront them. I've heard you've been talking about me. Is that true? Their reaction will tell you everything. 3. They're jealous of your success. The fake friends mindset. They can't stand seeing you win because it highlights their own insecurities. Instead of being inspired, they resent you. How they manipulate you. Backhanded compliments. Wow, you got promoted. I'm surprised. They usually pick people with more experience. Sabotage. They might accidentally miss your big events or downplay your achievements to others. Energy vampirism. After sharing good news, you feel worse because of their lukewarm reaction. Real-life example. When Lisa started her successful business, her friend would say things like, "Must be nice to have rich parents helping you," even though Lisa built it from scratch. How to avoid them. Heavy checkmark. Stop sharing wins. If they can't celebrate you, stop giving them ammunition. Heavy checkmark. Call it out. Why do you always respond like that when I share good news? Heavy checkmark. Upgrade your circle. Seek friends who genuinely cheer for you. 4. they never take accountability. The fake friends mindset. These people have a victim mentality, nothing is ever their fault. They twist stories, deflect blame, and make you feel guilty for calling out their bad behavior. How they manipulate you. Gaslighting, they'll say things like, "You're too sensitive," or, "That never happened," making you doubt your own memory. Deflection, when confronted, they suddenly bring up your past mistakes to avoid responsibility. Fake apologies, if they ever apologize, it's always, "I'm sorry you feel that way," never, "I'm sorry I hurt you." Real-life example. When Jake called out his friend for canceling plans last minute, for the 5th time, the friend snapped, "You're so needy. I have a life too, you know." No acknowledgement, just blame shifting. How to avoid them. Heavy checkmark. Pay attention to patterns. Do they always have an excuse? Heavy checkmark. Hold them accountable. I'm not arguing about whose fault it is. I'm telling you how your actions made me feel. Heavy checkmark. Walk away if they refuse to change. You can't fix someone who refuses to see their flaws. 5. They drain your energy. The fake friends mindset. These people are emotional vampires, every conversation leaves you exhausted. They thrive on drama, negativity, or constant attention. How they manipulate you. One-upping, if you're stressed, they've always had it worse. Your pain is a competition they need to win. Complaint addiction, no matter what, they're miserable. And they want you to be miserable with them. Attention seeking, if you're happy, they'll suddenly have a crisis to bring the focus back to them. Real-life example. Every time Maya tried to share something exciting, her friend would sigh and say, "Must be nice, my life is a mess." Eventually, Maya stopped sharing anything positive. How to avoid them. Heavy checkmark. Limit exposure, keep interactions short and infrequent. Heavy checkmark. Don't feed the drama, stop giving sympathy for the same endless problems. Heavy checkmark. Protect your peace, I care about you, but I can't keep having these draining conversations. 6. They disappear during tough times. The fake friends mindset. They're fair-weather friends, there for the fun times but vanish when things get real. How they manipulate you. Ghosting, they'll ignore your calls/texts when you're struggling. Minimizing your pain, it's not that bad, just get over it. Excuses, I've been so busy. But they're still posting on social media. Real-life example. When Alex's dad passed away, his close friend didn't reach out for weeks, then acted like nothing happened when they finally spoke. How to avoid them. Heavy checkmark. Notice who shows up, true friends step up in crises. Heavy checkmark. Stop chasing them, if they disappear when you need them, let them stay gone. Heavy checkmark. Invest in reciprocal friendships, focus on people who match your energy. 7. They copy or compete with you. The fake friends mindset. They don't just admire you, they want to be you. But instead of being inspired, they turn it into a rivalry. How they manipulate you. Style stealing, they suddenly dress like you, copy your hobbies, or mimic your mannerisms. Undermining your success, if you get a promotion, they'll rush to achieve something better. Sabotage, they might flirt with your crush or badmouth you to win. Real-life example. When Nina started a fitness journey, her friend suddenly became a gym rat too, but kept making comments like, "You're still eating carbs. I could never." How to avoid them. Heavy checkmark. Keep your goals private, don't give them ammunition. Heavy checkmark. Call out the behavior, why do you always compare us? Heavy checkmark. Distance yourself, real friends celebrate you, not compete with you. 8. They lie or exaggerate stories. The fake friends mindset. They lie to seem more interesting, gain sympathy, or manipulate situations. How they manipulate you. Tall tales, their stories always sound too dramatic to be true. Changing details, their version of events shifts depending on who they're talking to. False promises, I'll totally help you move. Then they forget. Real-life example. Tom's friend claimed to have partied with celebrities and dated a model, but when pressed for details, the stories fell apart. How to avoid them. Heavy checkmark. Fact check. If something sounds off, verify it. Heavy checkmark. Notice inconsistencies. Liars can't keep their stories straight. Heavy checkmark. Stop trusting them. If they lie about small things, they'll lie about big ones. 9. They only care about themselves. The fake friends mindset. Conversations are a one-way street, they talk at you, not with you. How they manipulate you. Monopolizing conversations, every topic circles back to them. Ignoring your struggles, if you open up, they quickly change the subject. Using you as a therapist, they dump their problems on you but never ask about yours. Real-life example. No matter what Rachel was going through, her friend would interrupt with, "That's nothing. Let me tell you about my day." How to avoid them. Heavy checkmark. Test them, share something personal. Do they listen or brush it off? Heavy checkmark. Set boundaries. I need to vent, can you just listen for a minute? Heavy checkmark. Walk away if nothing changes, you deserve to be heard too. 10. They encourage bad habits. The fake friends mindset. They don't want you to grow, because if you improve, you might leave them behind. They encourage bad habits. Deeper dive. Fake friends who push you toward self-destructive behavior are some of the most dangerous because they actively sabotage your growth. They don't want you to improve because your success makes them feel insecure. How they manipulate you. 1. Peer pressure. Come on, one more drink. Don't be boring. Why they do it, they want you to stay at their level. If you're drunk, high, or making bad decisions, they feel better about their own habits. Psychological tactic. They use social compliance, making you feel like you have to participate to fit in. What they really mean, if you change, it means I should too, and I don't want to. 2. Normalizing toxicity. Everyone cheats, it's no big deal. Why they do it, if they can convince you that bad behavior is normal, they don't have to feel guilty about their own actions. Psychological tactic. Moral disengagement. They justify unethical behavior to avoid shame. What they really mean. I don't want to be held accountable, so I'll make you think this is okay. 3. Discouraging growth. Why are you going to therapy? You're fine. Why they do it, they benefit from you staying stuck, emotionally dependent, insecure, or easily manipulated. Psychological tactic. Undermining your self-improvement to keep control over you. What they really mean, if you heal, you might realize I'm bad for you. Real-life examples. Example 1, the party pusher. Situation, Mark decided to drink less to focus on his health. His friend kept pressuring him. You're no fun anymore. One shot won't kill you. You think you're better than us now. The manipulation, the friend wasn't just encouraging drinking, he was punishing Mark for trying to change. Example 2, the toxic justifier. Situation, Lisa found out her boyfriend cheated. Instead of supporting her, her friend said, "All men cheat, just deal with it. You're too sensitive. It's not that deep." The manipulation. The friend wasn't being realistic, she was training Lisa to accept disrespect. Example 3, the growth saboteur. Situation, David started going to the gym and eating healthier. His friend mocked him. You're wasting your time. You'll never get ripped. You're still eating salad. Live a little. The manipulation, the friend wasn't joking, he was intimidated by David's progress and wanted him to quit. How to avoid them. 1. Surround yourself with positive influences. Action step. Audit your circle. Who lifts you up versus who drags you down? Slowly spend more time with people who share your goals, gym buddies, career-driven friends, etc. Why it works. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Positive peer pressure is powerful, good habits become easier. 2. Call out their intentions. Why don't you support me on this? Scripts to use. I noticed every time I try to improve, you discourage me. Why is that? If you really cared, you'd want what's best for me. What to watch for? Defensiveness equals guilty conscience. Dismissiveness equals they don't care about your growth. 3. Cut ties if needed. When to walk away. If they keep pressuring you after you've set boundaries. If they mock or belittle your progress. If being around them makes you relapse into bad habits. How to do it. Slow fade, gradually see them less. Direct approach, I'm focusing on bettering myself, and I need space from negativity. Final thoughts, protecting yourself for good. Fake friends who encourage bad habits are emotional saboteurs. They don't want you to level up because it forces them to confront their own stagnation. Key takeaways. Heavy checkmark: recognize the signs early, jokes at your expense, pressure to indulge, dismissal of your goals. Heavy checkmark: set non-negotiable boundaries, you don't owe anyone an explanation for self-improvement. Heavy checkmark: upgrade your circle, seek people who inspire you, not those who hold you back. Remember, if they don't like the new you, let them stay with the old version of you, the one they could control.